Howdy partners, it's always fascinating to see acting stars step behind the camera, and this time it's Kristen Stewart's turn. Her career has been total peak lately, with films like Spencer and Love Lies Bleeding, and rather than going for something safe and smooth sailing for her directorial screenwriting debut, she tackles a biographical film adaptation of The Chronology of Water. Folks, this is one of the most harrowing films I've seen in a long time. I actually consider walking out of the theater due to how effective it was, of putting me in the mindset of someone suffering from severe trauma via sexual abuse and heavy psychological violence. The cinematography powerfully conveys that, through fragments of memory spliced in at a dangerous velocity. They feel jagged, like broken glass, filled with various disturbing imagery, such as dark corners filled with mold. From shot to shot, there's strong contrast in colors, a regular presence of blood, and all that paired with a truly horrifying industrial-like soundtrack, featuring tearing fabric, buzzing distortion, and even the footprints are cranked to 11. Literally jump scare worthy. Everything about the first chapter is suffocating. There's a crushing pressure that is perfectly captured by Lydia's feverish writing in her diary, pressing so hard on the pencil it literally snaps under the weight. There's a lot conveyed wordlessly in the framing of the shots, which I find to be an incredible case of show don't tell. And the boxed-in aspect ratio also does wonders in elevating that feeling of extreme proximity. There's a lot that feels way too intimate and personal in this film. And to us, I was genuinely surprised by Jim Belushi's wild card portrayal of Ken Kesey, the man who wrote One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. A bewildering role model to say the least, but whatever works for you, girl. She desperately needed a bit of hope in her life. And was that Kim Gordon from Sonic Youth? Goddamn! Speaking of music, I really did appreciate that Fiona Apple needle drop later on in the film, which was very serendipitous seeing that I was listening to Fiona Apple on my way to the cinema. It's a hard movie to recommend and an awkward movie to score, given how disturbing and messy this story is. And it does feature a lot of sexuality too, which I imagine will be off-putting for most people. But personally, I'm glad I stuck with it. It's at least an 8 out of 10. It is nice to see that this girl eventually grew into a successful teacher and writer. But man, did this film leave me feeling battered and bruised. Shout out to Kristen Stewart for helming this complicated project, and for Cinema Pack for being the only cinema in Montreal to play this challenging film.